The Premier Bowl is next for us, race number 3. It's a Group 2 contest, but run under handicap conditions. 1,200 metres is the trip. We have 7 going to the post, headed by Hot King Prawn, who makes his seasonal return here. Joe Moreira for John's sides. Voyage Warrior also first up for the campaign. Rookie U, Vincent Ho. Wishful Thinker, third in this race last year. Big Party behind Computer Patch, down the straight last time out. Well beaten, 7 lengths. Ratan, Richard Gibson, Antoine Hamlin, fourth in this race last year. Computer Patch, so impressive down the straight, 1,000 metres. Back up in trip to the 1,200 and Perfect Match, who won the Chief Executives Cup on the opening day of the season. He's back once more. Voyage Warrior is the only one of these 7, Mark, that's been up at Chung Fro in the last 30 days.
Guilt a slow speed here, Andrew, for our first group race of the day, with Voyage Warrior, as he likes to do, leading over Hot King Prawn. Big Party, nice and handy, third, one off the fence. Perfect Match against the rail. Computer Patch is going to follow Big Party with Wishful Thinker and Ratan at the tail end. Small field, Paul, but an interesting little tactical battle coming up.
Looks good, doesn't it? And Hot King Prawn, he's coming back into this race fresh. He looks really good in his work. He's had plenty of work to get him prepared for this, and he's got a really good fresh up record with 3 times fresh. He's won of the 5 campaigns he's had, and 2 seconds in the other one. Computer Patch couldn't have been more impressive though last start. Very impressive, and look, he's come on from that win as well. He looks really good as well as Computer Patch. And the other one we're going to have a look at for you is Perfect Match. Hits him at the back there. He was just asked to chase Hong Kong Great, and he did that nicely as well. So a nice workout leading into this race for him as well. He looks another one of the main dangers.
All right, we'll come back to that Chief Executives Cup win in a moment or so. Let's start off down the straight, though, in Computer Patch. Really, the race looked over from halfway. Mark, there was a bit of bumping as they came out of the gates, but not enough of an excuse, really. But Computer Patch, very, very good. But the other horse, Big Party, for argument's sake, is £10 better off with him now, the big grey.
He is. He was awesome, Computer Patch. This Group 3 jumps up into Group 2 with the addition of Hot King Prawn and Voyage Warrior into the field, the 2 that weren't in this race. But he just did it so easily and eased down up the line. Could have been a bigger margin. No weight on his back. He's a definite contender in this race. Big Party, Paul. Horrible first up record. Second's excellent. It is, isn't it? And he'll strip a lot fitter for that run, and he does meet the winner £10 better, as Andrew said. So there's a few positives for Big Party. Yeah, the second up record hasn't been in Group 2 races in the past, though, so it's still he's still got to improve again, even with that turnaround at the weights. This is the Chief Executives Cup, though, Paul, and Perfect Match. Covered some ground. He was strong to the line. He was going away from it at the finish as well. Yeah, and look, it was a really tough run from this horse. And you can see Computer Patch. He was fresh up here, Computer Patch, so he's obviously come on a lot from start 2 to start 1. But a really good run here from Perfect Match. He showed he's up to this grade, and he comes in with a really light weight as well. So he's definitely one of the dangers. 1-2 from 4 first, second up as well. His first up record is now 2 from 5, and that was a very welcome back to racing for Alexi Bedell, winning on his first day back. Yeah, and Computer Patch is actually worse off at the weights for that beating as well. So an interesting matchup there. What about Hot King Prawn? Let's hear from his jockey, Joe Moreira.
Joe, Hot King Prawn, what are your expectations with him for his first run this season?
Well, always good. He's being very consistent kind of a horse. He has matched against some of these horses in the past and being very competitive, so I'm not expecting anything different than him going there and being very, very competitive.
You've ridden him in one of his 2 trials that he's had leading in, and what sort of feel did he give you that morning?
He's picking up. He's not quite there yet in regards to fitness. Since I've been on him, he had another trial which may have helped him. And at this stage, as we're talking about a horse that hasn't had a race yet, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not 100% fit. So I know it's just the case, a high-rated horse, not many options of races to run at, but he's a good horse. We all know that if he's able to bring what he's got best, it's going to be very hard to beat.
He's gone close in big Group 1 races in the past without winning one, Joe. The sprinting ranks, though, this season have changed. Could this be the season that Hot King Prawn wins a Group 1?
It could be, in particular, as the main horse that we would mention above are not running against him in the next couple of races. So he's going to have his opportunity now. And I always thought he's a kind of a horse that is capable to win at least one Group 1. He's been a bit unlucky as he had some issues. He's been out of racing for quite some time. And John has done a very good job to get him back to his best once again, and I myself, I couldn't be more happier to be sitting on him on the weekend.
And one of the dangers in the race is Computer Patch, who you won on last time out. What sort of feeling did he give you that day?
He should be the favourite because he has the fitness, he has had a few runs on the season, but just don't forget my horse is a kind of proven kind of a horse, has run against the best horses in Hong Kong, and I believe my horse deserves respect as well.
Was it your call to stick with Hot King Prawn?
I was already booked to ride Hot King Prawn, so that's why I didn't go with a Computer Patch, knowing that he's the favourite, but at the end of the day, it might be the right choice anyway.
Well, he's right about that at the moment. Anyway, Mark, that Computer Patch is the favourite in receipt of £16 as well from Hot King Prawn. What do you get of Joe's thoughts though going into the race?
He always trials well. He is quality as well. 5 times a first up, Paul, 3 wins and 2 placings. He's just a quality animal, and he's won with £133 on his back before too.
Yeah, he is the proven horse, and the race is a genuine group horse, isn't he? Whereas the other ones are coming through the grades a bit, so he does have to carry the weight, but I think he deserves the weight.
OK, all right. Well, let's move on to Voyage Warrior, who's promised a lot, Paul. Hasn't quite delivered. He is a group winner, and he's won 5 of his 11 starts, but there's been a few bumps along the road as well.
Yeah, there has, hasn't there? And look, he did win that group race, as you said. There was 2 starts ago for him, and won it nicely enough as well. But it was a sort of a muddling run race. I think this will be a true race with these other horses in him. So I'm happy just to watch him in this.
The thing we didn't see in this trial, Andrew, he missed the start in this, and he's the likely leader in the race. So if for some reason he does it again on race day, it changes everything. If he does miss the start, he definitely can't win.
Yeah, and I think Hot King Prawn might try and dictate and control things from the front. Anyway, intriguing race this one. Paul, which way did he go?
Well, I've gone with the proven horse in the end. I know he has to carry the weight, but he can carry weight, this horse, and he has done it before. So he's on top, Hot King Prawn, to beat Computer Patch, the up-and-comer. Big party with that really good second up record, and he does receive weight from Computer Patch now, as we mentioned, and perfect match. He did nothing wrong on his seasonal debut as well, so it was a really good race this, but ended up 1, 6, 4 and 7.
It's the same 4 as Paul, just swapped the top 2. Big pulling the weights, and a little bit of race fitness on the side of Computer Patch is the reason. We saw the replay, loved the way he pricked his ears too when he was eased down at the end of that Group 3 win down the straight. Hot King Prawn goes in for second. He is professional. Big party around a bend, and that excellent second up record, and perfect match has got no weight either and is a definite contender. 6, 1, 4 and 7.
Same 4 numbers as the other guys, but a slightly different order. I'm prepared to give Perfect Match a chance again. Danny Shaw aiming at the internationals in December, and maybe he might be good enough. We'll find out in due course. That's the Premier Bowl.